Hello guys, how are you today?
Hello, Elena. How are you?
I'm excellent. What about you, Wilson?
Hello, Miss.
Are you okay?
Yes,
Yes, are
very good.
you? We know that our partner Luisa has a throat ache, so she's only going to talk with him. That is her turn. I want to share with you something about an a book that I was reading yesterday. It's about a very important person in the history. He is a physicist, and I think that he is a famous physicist in the history. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think you're talking about Albert Einstein,
That's
maybe?
right. That's right. I'm talking about Albert Einstein. I want to share with you that he was born on March 14 in 1879. And that's curious because that is the same date of my birthday. I was born on March 14, and I shared that topic with Albert Einstein. But sadly, he dies on April 18 in 1955. He is pretty famous because he discovered the theory of relativity and the famous equation E equals mc squared. I don't know if you know that. I don't know what it means because I'm not physicist, but that is the formula that everybody knows and recognizes. Um, in 1999, the Time magazine named Einstein as the person of the century. I think that's why when you say that a person is smart or is intelligent, you say that is like an Einstein or a modern Einstein. Um, he when he was a child, he was not a pretty a student that what a brilliant student. He wasn't like that. But he eventually graduated from university in 190 with a degree in physics. 12 years later, he was a university professor in the same university that he learned or he studied. In 1921, he won the Nobel Prize for physics, but not for the greatest discovery, the general theory of relativity, but for a lesser known photoelectric effect. That's what the project that he won the Nobel Prize. He went on to publish over 300 scientific papers among his life. Einstein is the only scientist to become a cult figure, a household name, and a part of eventually culture. That's why, because if you see the face of Albert Einstein, uh, even if you are not a physicist, you know that is Albert Einstein. I know that you see that he looks like a crazy teacher that changed your mind.
Yeah.
And there is a famous picture with Albert Einstein showing his tongue like this. And this is a very famous picture, and I know that you look that face and you know that is Albert Einstein. You don't need to be a physicist to know that is Albert Einstein. So I want to share that is an article that I read yesterday, and I think that is so interesting to know something about Albert Einstein. March 14, send me a present, please, for my birthday.
For your birthday.
Yeah, I know that Luisa is bad in his role, but I know that you have another experience to talk about. So please try to do it.
Today I will talk about a famous person, Diana of Wells. Mm, Diana, so Diana Frances Spencer was born in 1961 the youngest daughter of the John Spencer, a of Alter, and Frances Ruth Rush, my mother Ruth Rush. Digo, your mother Ruth Rush. She grew up in a family pretty not pretty nobility with her sisters Sarah and Jerry and her younger brother younger brother Charles, and she spent the early years of her life at the family residence in Swansea, where she received her early education at the hands of the governesses. After the divorce of her parents, she studied in various girls' boarding schools and even studied sorry, in Switzerland. So it can be said that she that this no that his education is normal and calm. So hmm, after her studies is Switzerland, she settled in London, where she worked as a kindergarten teacher.
She
Sorry,
was a teacher too. She was a
and
teacher
teacher.
too, but in a different culture, right?
Yes, until she meets Prince Charles, eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II of England, and heir to the British British throne. John she joined sentimentally 2 years later. Mm, and 24 February 1981, the official sorry, but is what
Yes, of course.
this is
Into
difficult,
well,
my boss.
For your throat.
oh well, me,
Take a break.
yeah, no
Mhm.
problem. He the
Okay.
brother. His name it's called because of Charles, Prince of Wales.
Yes. Yes.
Because the Spencer family is so close to the royal family. They are not poor like many people think. That oh my God, Diana was a teacher and she found a prince. No, that is not the real. They are a noble family.
The Diana had and teacher in London. Mm, the official engagement of Lady Diana Spencer and Prince Charles was announced. The burial of the couple, which took place on July 29, 2021, was an event of wide international repercussion. Repercussion.
The wedding of the century. So many people call the wedding of the century, right?
Yeah, so much so that it was broadcast on television to many people. A year later, the princess gave birth to Princess William, the first of her two children. Due to Diana's like with Charles, she became the most famous British princess due to her glamour, beauty, and simplicity as a person. Lady, Lady Diana was very shy, so at first, oh, sorry, no,
It's okay.
mm, and she was very nervous about appearing in public, but she so developed and charming in manner. She took a strong serious interest in many charities and important causes. She highlighted, sí, highlight, highlighted the suffering of the homeless, lepers, and AIDS victims. She also campaigned for the abolition of lead mines in many countries than them. Diana and Charles divorced in 1996. She struggled with depression and eating desserts for many eating desserts for many years after. She finally found happiness with an injection felt producer Dodie Al Fayed and my boyfriend, new boyfriend. Their romance was closely followed by the paparazzi, which led to the farewell car crash. They killed her in Paris in 1997, and, and, and the her funeral, British Prime Minister Tony Blair called her the people's princess. To many, she was simply the queen of my heart.
Who's your queen of your heart?
Yes.
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 Mm,
What do you think? She was beautiful, like outside, like inside. I think that she promotes the to help people in hospitals, the childs. I think that that was a nice um, part of her life that they did with the poor and with the illness people, right?
Right. She was a
What
good
about
friend.
you, Hanika? What do you think,
About
right?
me.
Thank
Thank you, Lisa,
Yeah,
for
tell
your
me.
before in this meeting.
Tell us something because we don't talk anymore.
Yeah, don't talk anymore. Just be quiet.
Be
For
quiet, please.
me, is my favorite artist. I know her when I was 7 years old. And it's my favorite artist. I was my first American artist that I know it when I was a child. And she is Lady Gaga. Do you know who is Lady Gaga?
Lady
Everyone.
Gaga is
Elena, do you know?
another monster,
Do
I
you
think.
know her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, probably two songs of Lady Gaga.
Two songs, the more
I
famous.
love her.
Yeah, I love her. I
And I
love
watched one
Lady
that
Gaga.
she
So
appears in one movie. I think that more.
I'm gonna
Lady
tell you
Gaga.
something like her. Uh, her real name is Stephanie Joan Germanota. Uh, she was born on 24 on March in 1990, 1980, 1986. Lady Gaga is a famous singer and songwriter, and she is a really recognized by her performance, by her songs, and by her uh, fashion. She has a crazy fashion, and I love that fashion. And do you remember when she dressed met
It's
dress
style.
in a gala? I
For
don't
an
remember
MTV
when.
MTV Awards, I think that was
Yes,
the
in MTV.
that
She
was the
was,
dress. MTV
yeah,
Awards. She wore a mid dress.
A mid dress, yes, that's what I meant. A mid dress. And yeah, and
Yeah.
she was her famous become that her first album, The Fame, with her two singles, Poker Face. Do you know that song, Poker Face?
Yeah.
And the Born This Way and Just
I
Dance.
didn't know.
Three
Just
singles
Dance.
actually.
Just
Three
Dance and
singles.
Poker Face, I know those songs,
Yeah,
but the other one I don't remember.
yeah. That was in 2008 when the album was promotioned. Yeah. So her life, she went to a college when she was 17. She studied, or she wrote a paper, a research paper about art, sex, and celebrity. Her principals inspired to be an artist was David Bowie, Madonna, and Blondie. Um, Lady Gaga also outspoken about politics, to the support gays and lesbians, the LGBT community.
Plus.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's a little bit about her. I don't have a lot of
That's too
information.
nice. But
Yeah, but you're sure.
she's an
I
actress.
don't have a lot of information.
She's an actress too.
She's an
I
actress
watch
too, yeah.
I watch the A Star Is
Gucci, the
Born,
movie Gucci,
Star
she
is
was
Born, and The
involved.
House of Gucci, but I haven't watched that movie yet. But the A
Yeah.
Star Is Born was really sad
Well,
Bradley
yes, I
Cooper.
don't remember
Bradley
that
Cooper.
movie, but yeah, that's
Bradley
actually.
Cooper. That was
Yeah.
the first time that I watched her in a screen on a screen. That was I remember. But The House of Gucci, I haven't seen it yet. What about you,
I
Wilson?
think
What
still
do you
both.
want to talk about?
Yeah.
Hello, partners. My person is Angela Merkel, is Chancellor Alemania. Angela Merkel
Excuse
in
me,
November
Wilson.
19,
Is Germany? Germany.
Germany, Germany.
Germany.
Okay,
Yeah.
Germany. She's a woman, the Germany, 1954. She by German first female censor the fear from communists. As Germany in 2005, Forbes magazine listed her as most power woman in the world in 2006 and 2007. Western media often. Angela Merkel, her own lady, because of her, no, the next.
Oh, we lost Wilson.
No, we love him. No,
Please
Wilson,
come back.
are you there?
Wilson.
¿Me escucha? ¿Me escucha?
Yes,
Yes.
hear you. We can hear you. Continue.
Angela Merkel gained Hugh in the former German Democratic Republic. She was a member of the Socialist Young Movement and participated in many communist-led activity. She speaks Russian fluently. She studied physics at the University of Leibniz in the 1917 and physical chemistries in Berlin in the 1918. She heard um, Angela Merkel after the fall of the Berlin. Merkel became involved in the growing democracy. She won, I say, in the unit Germany parliaments in 2018 and was appointed minister for women and youth in 1194. She was made minister for the environment. This was here a springboard to rise the tops. She was election chancellor and in November 2005. In 2008, Merkel took Sigmund's routine position as president of the European Council and chair of the G8. That same year, she made the line writing in Berlin, thus Hungary the chances. In 2008, she spoke of Germany, Holocaust sons. In Israel, Kenneth said, she also received Charlemagne for her work to reform the European Union. Germany politician, president of the Germany Christian Democrats Union Party since 2000 and Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany since 2005. She was first woman to assume the leadership of federal government since the German state was born. Also, Chancellor from the former German Democratic Republic, GDR, the Deutsche aus Protestant Angela Merkel lives since there was a 5 months old in the GDR under rigor on the communist regime and was not a dissident but a militant of German young communists. She studied physics at the University Labs, for which she received the doctorate in 1886, a research and the GDR Academy of Sciences. She don't enter politics until the fall of the war in November and had she was Minister on Family and Environment when the veteran Chancellor announced it was his retirement. Angela Merkel had been a close of fields, assuming the general secretaryship and the president of the party, a position to win on 10 April 2000.
Oh my God, you know many things about Angela Merkel. That is an inspiration to the women around the world because she is the first minister, right, or the president of
Germany.
the politic um, way. I don't remember what is the name, but she is so an inspiration, right? Because she's a real leader around the world. Everybody knows also here in Latin America who Angela Merkel is, right? Very
Right.
good, Wilson. So I'm so sorry, but I have to go to prepare the meal. So it's nice to see you today. Please, Luisa, drink some hot agua panela with a lemon
Oh, thank
to
you.
get well to your throat ache. Okay. Bye
Yes.
bye, Wilson. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Thank
Bye
See
you.
bye,
you.
Elena. Bye bye, Luisa. Hope you